Hey, quick journal entry. Last year, 2025, I started my identity search and really just allowing my true self, my true identity to come out, tearing away from the layers of what life creates with your identity based upon triggered traumas, learned behavior, experiences, genetics, whatever. But really, who am I? And that was a question that we all ask that. Who am I? Why am I here? But I gave myself three questions. Who am I? What is my message? And who do I serve? And one of the biggest realities for me was that the identity that carried me could no longer serve me on the level that I was going. And I had to align myself with who I am. And I began to give that the testimony on the inside that was begin to speak on the outside. I had to testify that I would no longer shrink in rooms that I was sent into. We want rooms. The scripture says that your gifts make room for you. But when we get into those rooms or that door is open, we would still shrink back. And I was good at that. I was good at working on the background. I didn't need my name out there, and I was, a great supporting cast. But when God is pulling you forward and when that identity is drawing you out and into that room, I had to stop asking, am I enough? And I started making the declaration that not am I enough, but I am assigned, that I am positioned here. I am supposed to be here. My voice carries the weight because it is anchored in truth, my truth, and the truth that I'm carrying, and not in approval. And so the breakthroughs that I had in this time became confidence, without arrogance, without asking for permission. And then the blessing was influence without compromise, where I began to see the weight of my voice, the necessity of my voice, and the value of my voice, and the impact of what the message was inside me. Again, who am I? Caryn. And what is my message? It is truth. And then who do I serve? Those that get the truth that I'm to speak. And so in saying that, I had to learn to walk and operate in my identity and without masking it with victimhood, who didn't, who did, who doesn't. And all of those things had to be, even for myself. I often say that freedom is my mandatory maximum. And I fight to stay free, even if I have to fight me. Because we can put ourselves in containment, in contained spaces, contained mindsets, just so that, it would be peaceful for others to either deal with you, accept you, just all the things that we do. But this identity challenge that I took myself on in this walk, it began to release so much of the baggage of past. There's so much of learned behavior and experiences and things that where we teach people how to treat us by what we allow in the treatment, and not realizing that you do have a voice and your voice matters, and your words are your power. I wasn't silent, but I was afraid to speak. There is a difference. I wasn't silent, but I was afraid to speak. And that fear was overtaking. It was overwhelming. I knew that I had something to say, but I was afraid to speak. And so I began to testify the provision in my voice and how that provision would meet me when I did speak, not by force, but by faith. I learned the difference between striving and being at peace. That it's not, it's like, when the scripture says be still and know that I am God. The being still is to not strive in whatever it is that you are set out to do, whatever your assignment is. It is not to strive in it, it is to accept it and know that you are assigned. And what I need shows up for me in the rooms that I am in. What I need shows up for me in the rooms that I'm in. Why? Because I move in alignment, that I am aligned, not in fear, but in purpose. I'm aligned in purpose. And so releasing scarcity thinking that I'm not enough, releasing scarcity thinking that my money is not enough, I cannot accomplish this, I won't be able to do this. That's all scarcity thinking. But being sustained by the provision and the peace that was already there because I showed up and it was moving with me as I moved. Identity challenge. I encourage you to challenge yourself that your true identity comes forth. Know this, that when you set out, immediately you're going to be tested on this identity challenge. Do you really want it? How bad you want it? Do you really want to know yourself? Because all those old ways and the very thing that does not want to let you go is going to make an appearance to hold on to you. Identity challenge. Journal entry.